evening. Here is top news newsletter, starting with the headlines. Syrian army eliminates many terrorists, destroy their equipment in several areas. Egypt's Sisi battle against terrorists will be a long one. UN backs Russian efforts to seek political solution for crisis in Syria. Units of the army killed several members of Takfiri organizations. Scores of others were injured in Al-Zabadani mountains. In Khan Sheikh farms, units of the army clashed with terrorists and killed many of them, injuring others and destroying their weapons and ammo. In the north part Al-Qalamon mountains area and Damascus countryside, an army unit target Takfiri organization in village crossing points in Qara. During army operation in Erbil, 5 terrorists were killed when army units targeted them belonging to them and destroying their ammo and weapons south of Erbil. Units of the army and armed forces carried out operations against dens and gatherings belonging to Takfiri terrorist organizations, killing and injuring many terrorists in Arestan in northern countryside of Homs. Army units eliminated 23 terrorists in Hamadi Omar in Hama countryside and destroyed their weapons and ammo, in addition to destroying a cache of rockets there, leaving several terrorists dead and or injured. Minister of State for National Reconciliation Affairs Ali Haidar said that Syria, after 4 years of crisis, is in need for its son to heal its wounds, adding that national reconciliations are the basic pillar to combat terrorism and enhance the national dialogue. The minister participated in an annual meeting. Members of the Central Committee and Subcommittee of Popular Reconciliations who underlined the importance of coordination and cooperation among reconciliation committees and those concerned in the settlement process, which will solve the cases of those who were misled, to have them back to society and to provide them with the work and education. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi said the battle against terrorists in the Sinai Peninsula would be a long and a hard one as a violence there continues update. Sisi spoke following a meeting with his top brass 2 days after militants killed 30 people and wounded dozens in attack, including a car combat in North Sinai. 30 attacks were claimed by militants from Ansar Bayt al-Maqdis. Ansar Bayt al-Maqdis, which has pledged allegiance to the Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant terrorist group. An Interior Ministry employee was shot in the head of North Sinai's regional capital of Al Arish. The battle will be difficult, hard and hellish, and it will be a long, as Sisi said. He also announced that creation of a unified anti-terrorist group military command, which military sources said would be expand operations in Sinai and be allocated more weapons and troops. Sisi also repeated accusations that the now banned Muslim Brotherhood of deposed President Mohammed Morsi is behind the violence, a claim the group denies. Continuation in Egyptian view, security measures were heightened at Cairo airport on Tuesday after police found 2 bombs in different terminals. The bombs were detected using electronic device. No arrests were immediately made. Also on Tuesday, an explosion was heard in central Cairo. According to a witness, the cause of the blast wasn't immediately clear. The United Nations expressed support to any effort seeking political solution to the crisis in Syria, including Russia's continuous efforts and hosting Syrian talks. Consultations between a Syrian government delegation and opposition figures within Moscow consultative meeting concluding last Thursday, January 28th, where the government delegation along with the 5 opposition parties and other figures agreed to a set of principles presented by Russia, which were called Moscow Principles. The principles mainly focused on perceiving Syria's sovereignty and unity, fighting all forms of terrorism, setting the crisis peaceful, peaceful and politically and rejecting any foreign interference. In response to questions about the Syrian talks in Moscow, the UN spokesman said, "We are supportive of any attempt to find a political solution to the Syrian crisis, including most recently the talks of Moscow." Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said during a press conference for the foreign ministers of the RIS, Russia, India and China group on Monday that the reactions to the meeting held in Moscow between the Syrian government and opposition groups were positive, noting that a number of opposition figures who didn't participate in the meeting voiced their interest in taking part in the next meetings. That's all for today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Inas Ahmad. Good night.